it's always fun the first 30 days, 2-3 months, and then after that you start realizing it's just a car at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's like listening to an album that's fire, but then after you listen to it after a few times, it's just you never listen to it again because it gets old. So the way I stay humble is like not forgetting where you come from. And I don't have any tattoos except for one, and this is the coordinates to Iraq, and it's to remind me not to forget where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how high you get, sometimes you get lost in like the parties and the drinking and the money and things like that you honestly forget where you came from. So that's the best for me. It's like just it's not like, it's pretty much like the journey there. That's what, you know what I mean? Like never forgetting,
100%.
you know, where you come from. So.
Okay, that's definitely a great leader. You're from Iraq. Were you born in Iraq? Or were you born in the U.S.? Were your parents from there?
I was born in Iraq. My sister was born in Iraq, and we were actually refugees.
Really?
Yeah, we had to stay at like a immigration camp.
Really?
And coming to the U.S. was like the golden ticket at the Willy Wonka factory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it was like almost like meteorites.
That's
you know,
a great reference.
They would send the refugees to different parts of the country, whether it's Holland and Canada and, you know, Australia, and we got the lucky ticket to the U.S., the land of opportunity.
Really?
So yeah, it wasn't like you get to choose and pick. You just happen to get chosen to come to the U.S., and that's kind of what motivates me is like humble beginnings. It's like I come from nothing, so you know I want everything. You know when you so that's the mindset that keeps pushing me. So
that's how old were you when you came
2
to the U.S.? 2.
Yeah,
2.
So pretty much my whole life.
So did you already know how to speak your home language?
No.
No, at the time.
My parents. I mean, I'm tough, but my parents. I mean, to leave your home country.
Yeah.
To come to a new country, you don't speak any English, you don't have any money, you don't know anyone, you have 2 kids, you're 22 years old. I mean,
this is intense.
That's that's really tough.
Yeah.
You know, so, and the reason why, like, the reason why I stay humble and the reason why I stay hungry is because, like, you know, not trying to put on a show, but like, I grew up on food stamps, you know, like, I grew up on Section 8. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan.
No, this is shit. Everybody, this is stuff everybody needs to hear. You know?
Yeah, you know, you just see a lot of the highlight reel on social media, but you don't see, you know, people don't say, you know, food stamps and Section 8 and you know, my dad's car getting repossessed, and I'm like, I never want that to happen to me.
For everybody that maybe doesn't know your Instagram, we're gonna put that in the video. Obviously, we're gonna put all your credentials there. But you know, how is it? Let's say, how can you describe your success today? Like, you guys obviously you have a nice car. You know, what do you get the joy out of life because you worked hard? Like, what are your fruits of your labor right now?
So, believe it or not, the car's nice, and you know, the guys I surround myself with, they have nice cars, they have nice watches, they have nice things. But at some point in life, you start realizing those things are just materialistic things, right? So when you first get a new car, whether it's an i8, an R8, or a Lamborghini, it's always fun the first 30 days, 2-3 months. And then after that, you start realizing it's just a car at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's like listening to an album that's fire, but then after you listen to it after a few times, it's just you never listen to it again because it gets old. So what I found in life that keeps me, a lot of people say, you know, this is good advice too. A lot of people say like money buys happiness, but it does and it doesn't. Like, materialistic things won't make you happy no matter what someone says, whether it's a yacht, a house, a car. That's my belief. That's not going to make someone happy, because some of the most unhappy people are the ones that come from money. Right. I think money makes you happy because it gives you peace of mind financially. Right. 100%. So you don't have to check your bank account when I say let's go out on a trip, let's go out to dinner. How are you going to pay your phone bill? Your parents and family's good. That's what kind of
the necessities.
The necessities is the peace of mind of, that's what makes people happy when they have money. Right. That's my goal. Is I don't want to get my car repossessed. I don't want to stress about the rent or the mortgage. Like, my parents did. So that's my goals. Like me or my kids or my family don't have to worry about that down the line. And